Almost 3 months ago, the tiny hamlet of Chimney Rock, North Carolina, met the full force and fury of Hurricane Helene. And in a matter of just minutes, a once-in-a-thousand-year flood nearly wiped out this small town forever.
Yeah, fast forward this past weekend, where business owners of this village, beloved by tourists, gathered together with friends, family, and residents from surrounding counties for an event put on by several organizations. Thankfully, we were there with our cameras rolling to capture a small glimpse of what some believe a future with hope and promise looks like.
When Helene hit, none of us really knew how bad it was going to be. The water came down the Rocky Broad River at a force we've never seen before. It looked like an ocean was coming towards in the videos and everything.
Some describe it as a war zone.
Definitely. Yeah, it's something I've never really seen before. It's crazy, the destruction.
He fell to his knees in shock.
Yeah, you watch your whole business and home and everything in it. Literally, all I had was the clothes on my back and my cell phone.
And his wife didn't have time to get their cat, so their cat drowned.
One by one, Chimney Rock business owners who find themselves still unemployed from Helene's damage lined the path in front of the Lake Lure Inn on Saturday, hoping the throng of community members attending the event were in the spirit of giving.
I was in Italy and I saw it on world television and they showed a photo of my business. I just was overwhelmed. And for so many of us, none of us had flood insurance. It's all out of pocket.
There's people living in tents. It's freezing here. We've had snow. It's bad. It's going to take years and years and years for this to ever be the same. And I'm not sure it'll ever be the same.
There's many businesses that did not make it through the flood. There was many buildings that washed away, and it's really devastating to know that. Since our community has bonded together in a way that I've never seen before, and it's been really amazing just to see all the people come out together and really just stand up and say, this isn't the end of us, we're gonna stand up and we have a future, and it's together.
They tell me that it was the power of the water coming down was equivalent to 100 Niagara Falls at one time.
Wow.
Over 20 trillion gallons of water came with that storm. 31 inches of rain in like a day and a half. So much power that it literally moved the trajectory of the river.
The event was made possible in large part due to CityServe, an organization that mobilizes the local church through large-scale compassion events like this one.
The reality is in the last 8 weeks here, we've had 1,200 volunteers from across the country come in and log over 67,000 volunteer hours just in Chimney Rock alone.
What were the first 10 things you needed to do that were urgent to get this town just a glimpse of that hope that you talked about?
The first was search and rescue. I mean, that was number one with our friends from Medicorps in the helicopters, and that's number one. The second thing, the Army came in and joined with us. Understand there were 3 feet of mud and silt through all the businesses, through Main Street, everywhere. So mucking out and cleaning out all the debris. And now we're at the point where we're actually doing reconstruction. It is a non-stop, flurry of activity.
No employment. I mean,
from the mayor of Chimney Rock, 100% unemployment.
So it's events like this, which, by the way, great turnout.
Amazing.
That you guys put this together, got sponsors in here. Explain what this is today and how it helps.
Well, today is a day of hope. What this shows is that there's life. You look on the smile on the faces of these business owners. They took a sucker punch in Chimney Rock, but they're back up, they're standing. Americans have come to this place, this iconic town called Chimney Rock, for years. And what we're saying is we're open for business. We're not down and we're not out.
What's the message to the rest of America, the rest of the world, from the folks here in Chimney Rock?
First of all, don't forget us. We're still here. Your life's gone on, ours hasn't. Number 2, we're gonna come back and we're gonna be bigger and better than we ever were.
Mayor Peter O'Leary managed to sneak away from the event to give us a tour of the destructive impact on the main street.
Somebody early on was saying, and it's true, none of us have rebuilt a town, so we don't really know how to do it, but we're going to give it our best shot. Actually, this is my business, and we lived across the street and hope to move back in there. But we had two buildings here. We had an old movie theater. It was built as a movie theater 100 years ago, and the general store portion was destroyed by the floodwaters, and also a lot of debris hit it, and it had to be torn down. This building will be repaired, and we will reopen there, and we're hoping to rebuild this section here.
Contributing to the efforts of giving back included Paula White Kane, the spiritual advisor to President-elect Trump, and her husband, Jonathan Kane, singer and songwriter for the Hall of Fame rock band Journey.
America loves a comeback story.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And this town will be the postcard for a comeback story. And I think everybody will want to come and celebrate
Yes.
your comeback.
I think so.
I know I'll be here.
I think the tree is a miracle, because I said, Mayor, what's the one thing we can do for you? And he said, I'd like to put up a big tree with everything. You know, it reminds me just of God's grace and goodness. Like, this wasn't just a hurricane or a flood, it's people's lives.
And we decorated this tree today, guys, and if you look at the ornaments, when we light it up, we decided to pull everything out of the river, all of the debris, all of the filth, all of the stuff that just didn't make it, it was broken. Every piece on that tree is from the disaster of this storm. And when we light it up, you're gonna see the beauty in that, because God will take ashes and make it beautiful.
What an honor it is to be part of Christmas at Chimney Rock.
4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Well, and that's exactly what they did. They let it shine that entire weekend. We were there. Mayor O'Leary told us that the state of North Carolina is certainly doing as much as it can with getting Main Street fixed, as well as the rest of that infrastructure up and running. But it was events like this that really helped boost confidence in what the future looks like. And while we were there all day, almost 10 hours, nothing about politics and what is FEMA doing in this and this administration. None of that. In fact, the mayor said it's not about politics, it's about people.
Yeah.
And the people who showed up. You asked me during the piece, you said, where did all those people come from?
Yeah, the bus loads of people
They
coming
came
in.
all day, busloads, looking at that main street. All the people around that area who were also hit, they came to help donate. And remember, just an hour north is Asheville, North Carolina, which, by the way, we should do a story on Asheville as well. Looks like a war zone. All the businesses wiped out during Hurricane Helene. I think he said 22 trillion pounds of water, liters of water came through that town. Almost wiped Chimney Rock off the map. But we told them, because they said, don't forget about us. They just kept saying that all day. Business owners, the mayor, don't forget about us. So we plan to come back to Chimney Rock, go back to Chimney Rock one day. We will not. We won't forget. I know a lot of times the legacy media, they forget. They do a piece and they just forget about them. We will not.
It was a great piece. Joe, it was a great piece. And I loved the tree and how all the ornaments were taken from the
river.
flood. And they're making it into something of beauty. So much hope and faith in those people.
100%.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful.